guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's going on, everyone? AncAp24 here from HuddleGG. Today's video, we're going to talk about a red zone scheme, that really tough time to get in the end zone where it's inside the 5, and we're bringing you this straight from Cleff the God's latest game plan that he gave with us, which is the Indianapolis Colts. And he actually gave us 3 different red zone schemes out of the single back wing tight, the wing slot, and the wing stack. This video, we're going to talk about the wing tight and show you how you can go ahead and use a series of plays to go ahead and get some easy touchdowns that you're looking for. So the way this video and the way that he runs it, we're going to show you basically the halfback stretch as the play we're coming out in, and then we're going to show you the 4 audibles: mesh spot, 26 duo, sluggo seam, and jet sweep. Okay, these are the plays he's going to use, and he's going to look at the defense and basically either set plays up early on first and goal to set up the second play, or he's going to try to just look at the defense and say, what is my best advantage, and audible to a play to make it work. So what we're going to do here is start off with halfback stretch. And what we're going to do is talk about what him and a lot of pros believe. Stretch is better to the left side of the field, and it gives him an opportunity basically to go ahead and go and use that to his advantage. So what he's going to do is he's going to play maker to the left, and he's going to look to the left side and see, you know, outside of the Y tight end, there's 3 players. It's not in his benefit to run it that way. So he's going to move a player over, and what he's going to end up doing is getting a little bit better of an advantage now. A lot of times that guy is going to move over the Y. And what you're going to see here is that he's just going to try to beat somebody to the pylon. Right? Stretch is not going to be something that is a lot of rocket science when it comes to at the inside the 5. You're really looking to try to stay outside, try to get to the point where if there's a cutback lane, great. If not, let's try to outbeat him to the pylon, because you're not really looking for, you know, a big play. You're just looking to get to the end zone, right? So again, we do this, we're looking for this, get to the pylon. All right, now we have that ability, obviously, to cut it up to get easy touchdown, right? So that's the first way. Now, the second way is if somebody is starting to try to shoot that, right? Say they're in, you know, a spot here, or they come with this guy and they try to do a spot here and they're trying to shoot the stretch. Well, however they want to shoot the stretch, right? A lot of times you have to hide behind a player to shoot the stretch. And if he starts seeing that the guy's getting aggressive, he's going to go to the 26 duo. 26 duo, we can either do it one or 2 ways. We can motion the B over to the left like we did before, or we can quick snap it. And if they're, you know, trying to shoot this down here, they're going to take themselves out of position. And if they do so, you're going to take themselves out of position. You see how you're going to have a pretty easy path to the end zone. And you can see here, if I do 26 duo and I move this guy over, they really think it's going to be it. They're going to come over here. They're going to basically try to come down on this. You know, they come out of position here. Now we're just basically easily running in the end zone. So when people are getting over aggressive for the stretch, he likes to do the 26 duo because it's the opposite side. It's not going to be something that they're going to be able to shoot both stretch and duo, and he's going to punch that in. So that's the first 2 plays that we're going to be looking at, okay? Now, the next play we're going to look at is going to be the mesh spot. Now, mesh spot is a play where he's going to move over the X. And I'm going to talk about moving over the X. And the reason why we would move over the X is because we have this jet sweep that's got that movement. So if we can go ahead and move him over and kind of look at it in a way that when we move this guy over, it's not obvious that it's going to be a jet sweep. It's going to give them a little bit of a hesitation. And all we're going to do here is put the A on a drag. Now, I'm just going to come off these guys, put it on the so they don't move right here. And you got the first read is going to be the A underneath or the RB. It's a 1-2 read. If you see this A underneath, a lot of times people are going to go towards the running back when they see that he goes to the right. And you can see that this A underneath gets open right here, easy catch, and you just hit him, right? If the user doesn't stay there, that's an easy catch for you, right? So here we go with mesh spot again, move this guy over, and then we're going to put the A on a drag. The reason why I put him on a drag, don't leave him, it's a little bit shorter of a route. And say they go ahead and they cover the A, then you're going to see here that you've got this RB pretty easily right here, catch this ball, and you've got yourself a 1-2 punch. You're just looking at the user, does he stay in the middle? Then we throw it to the running back. If it goes to the right, we throw it to the drag. Kind of a 1-2 punch when it comes to using mesh spot. So the next audible that Cleff likes to go to is sluggo seam, and he likes to run this against cover 2. And what you're going to look for on this is that X receiver. See how the X receiver, he basically has a cornerback that's shaded to the outside of his route. That's going to indicate cover 2 because it's an outside shade, where cover 3, cover 4, you're going to have basically inside or straight up shades depending on your formation. But this one's going to have outside shade. And when you see that, what we're going to do is we're going to do that same motion, right? Then we move this guy over and we're going to put him on a comeback, okay? And what's going to happen is the B is going to pull down the cloud, and he's basically going to allow the X to get open on the right side. So we're going to go ahead, block the running back, and just watch how the players covering that player is open, and you're going to get yourself the easy touchdown on the sideline. When it comes to slug of seam, just something that he's going to throw in once in a while just to go ahead and test to see what type of coverage they're in. If they're in a hard flat, you can still throw the ball in the corner of the end zone because the guy's going to be lower, but you're definitely looking for somebody that's in cloud flats when it comes to cover 2 when running this play. Now let's look at the last audible here, guys, which is going to be the jet sweep. And this is going to be one of the most popular plays that you're seeing right now with a lot of pros. And what you want to do is you want to put the cursor on the X. And one of the reasons why we want to run the other 2 motions is so that this doesn't give it away. But if you don't put the cursor on the X, what ends up happening is it's an auto motion. So they're going to know that it's going to be the jet sweep or a play very similar. So you want to make sure that you have that ability to kind of disguise it for a little bit. And all you're doing here is once you get the ball, hit that speed burst with the right trigger and then spin back to the inside. It's something that is going to be very, very tough for a user to basically go ahead and catch this. You can see here that that's really all you're trying to do. Reverse the path of what your wide receiver is doing so that basically people overcommit to it, whether that's the user or the players itself. But you're going to see that this is actually really, really successful. A lot of people are doing this just to kind of make sure that they've got an opportunity to kind of, you see how we spun away from the guy that was going to come from the outside. And if you see we do this over and over again, you're going to have a lot more success than you're not doing this, just because even if the user tries to shoot that gap, he's got to catch you on the spin, and that's not an easy thing to do. That time we actually didn't get the spin off, but you can see that we're still able to kind of drag our guy in, and it's just one of those plays. Like I said, it's kind of a staple right now inside the 5 that a lot of people are doing, just because of the way that we're reversing ourselves, getting in that gap, and being able to have a lot of success. So if you guys like this, please hit that like button and hit the subscribe button for us on YouTube. It really does help our algorithm. And if you want to see more of this offense, go to our website. It's HuddleGG. You're going to get everything on our website for $9.95. All of Cleff's Colts offense, and everything else that we've put out this year, whether it's college football and Madden, where you're going to see my offense and my defense on Madden. You're going to see Problem Right's offense and defense on Madden. You're going to see Pickham's defense, Cleff's offense, and you're going to see Dreeny's newest game plan coming out next week, where you're going to be able to go ahead and look at that as well. So appreciate you guys. All that for $9.95. Go ahead and check that out if you're interested, and we'll see you guys on the next video.